let me just jump right into it. This is your boy Free Blanche, and I was on Instagram and I saw this video of Cree Summer talking, and she really articulated the wall. Most women don't believe that the wall is real until they run smack dab into the wall. Um, I don't know if you all remember Cree Summer from a show back in the day called A Different World. She did a lot of voiceover acting for cartoons, notably the Rugrats, and another one, but I can't remember it on the top of my head right now. But anyway, she was on this interview, or in this interview, basically spilling her guts about where she is as a 55-year-old single woman trying to date. Now, she was married, but she is divorced. But let's just get into Cree real quick.
I really can't be. I'm the second half of my life. You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I spent a lot of my time being hemmed up in vanity, and now that I really can't be, I'm the second half of my life, and now I don't care so much about what it looks like. But it's hard in this town. This is not a place where I have the opportunity. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town,
What does that feel like?
It's a weird, counterintuitive feeling because I actually feel more beautiful now than I have ever felt before. I feel like I've come into my face. I've come into my body. I've really come into my sense of style. So it's weird to not be seen as much.
And what's sad is that you women are not honest with these younger women. Now, the young lady interviewing her, I think she's married. I think I saw a wedding ring on her finger, but she's going to suffer the same fate because these women are delusional. And they're delusional because they're not grounded. And they're not grounded because they're not up under the protection of a man. The protection of a man isn't just physical. It isn't just financial, but it's also spiritual. And so when you women are out here in this world, you all are subject to all types of attacks. The devil is coming after you all. When there's a relationship, and the devil is going to come attack every relationship. When he's coming to the woman first. So even how you all are designed to take things in. So you all took the bait. I always say that the devil will always give you what you want, but he will never let you enjoy it. And you ladies took the bait. You took the bait of feminism. You took the bait of women's empowerment. You took the bait that you were better than a man. You took all types of bait. Your mouths are just filled with hooks, like a torture scene from the movie Hellraiser, just hooks everywhere. But what Cree is not being honest about is that she's hit the wall. She is a 55-year-old feminist, liberal, communist, single woman in Los Angeles. Now, you would think she should be able to win in Los Angeles because she's in a liberal hub of decadence, but she can't. You know why? Because she's aged out. That doesn't mean she isn't attractive. I don't know how I'm getting a thumbs up and nobody's watching this video. That's crazy. I guess YouTube is giving, StreamYard's giving me a thumbs up. But another thumbs up. Thank you. But it's not that she's not attractive, not that she's not intelligent or any of that. The problem is that she's not feminine enough in the right way. At 55 years old, you need to be perfected in your feminism. I'm sorry. These Freudian slip, right? You need to be perfected in your femininity. And she is not. She is a liberal, independent, still out there trying to achieve. I don't know what's going on with these thumbs up. What is this? Why is this happening? I don't know why this is going on. But anyway, But what she's describing in this video is the wall. And I'm going to play it back and I'm going to stop it.
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately.
You do become a little more invisible the older you become as a woman, unfortunately. So most women don't accept this. I don't care what they tell you, they don't accept this. Women go their whole lives using their bodies and their beauty to get leverage. They even use their youth to get leverage. Women do this all the time. So to go from that to living a leverage-based existence that really wasn't built on anything but what God gave you, that's why women get all of their stuff on the front end and men get theirs on the back end. This is why men age better than women, because men have to go through a different set of circumstances in life. Men have to earn it from the beginning. Women earn it on the back end. Hopefully you're married when you're earning it and not out here in these streets like Cree Summer. But women leverage youth and then their beauty, their bodies, all of this stuff when they're younger. Then when they start getting older, that starts to go away. Most women don't accept that. They just don't. It's a very hard pill to swallow that you walk out one day and no guy's checking for you. You don't get any more looks. Nobody's trying to holler at you. You would even welcome someone being vulgar with you. Nothing. You go out and nobody is looking at you. Not any men that you want.
A lot of my time being hemmed up in vanity, and now that I really can't be, I'm the second half of my life, and now I don't care so much about what it looks like.
Lie. When she says she was vain, she was indulging in vanity, that's because her looks gave her leverage. That's why she was doing it. And now her looks don't give her leverage. It's not about her not being attractive or being beautiful. It's not about that. It's about when a man looks at her, what does he actually see? He doesn't see a happy woman. If Cree was married and she wasn't a libtard, I guarantee she would look a lot more attractive to a lot more men. But her essence of a woman has been stripped away because she took the bait. So the reason why she doesn't care about what it looks like that much anymore, because she doesn't have a choice. She doesn't have any market value, so she doesn't have a choice but to accept it. No matter what she tries to do, nobody's going to holler at her. So what is she going to do but accept it?
But it's hard in this town. This is not a place where I have the opportunity. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town,
No, it's not about you being 55 in Los Angeles. It's about what a man sees when he's looking at you. He does not see someone that's going to bring him peace. He sees someone that is miserable. All that smiling and making those eyes. When a man is looking at you, ladies, he can tell if you are miserable or not. And again, a lot of men lie to you all because they want to sleep with you. So the things they see in you that are red flags, they won't mention them. They'll deal with them to have intercourse with you. But when you use your marketplace value, you're going to see what you're going to experience, what she's experiencing. Guys just won't deal with you. I'm going to tell you what the issue is. The issue is that you're miserable. You took the bait. You thought the wind was in the bag and it wasn't. You should have probably stayed with your husband. You see, as men and women, we are not going to be fulfilled in this life unless we are in our purpose. A part of our purpose is to be a husband and to be a wife. When God made Eve, she was already Adam's wife. She was made literally to be his wife. So the woman's function is to be the wife for a man. Now, there are some folks that don't want to get married, but guess what? I guarantee for every person that wants to get married, there's somebody to marry. Guaranteed. God is honorable. But again, she doesn't care what it looks like because she doesn't have a choice. At the end of the day, if you aren't in your purpose, you are going to be miserable. The older you get, the more miserable you get. The devil will always give you what you want, but he will never let you enjoy it. He then gave you the beauty, the career, gave you everything you wanted. But guess what? At 55 years old, when that estrogen is starting to dissipate, you're starting to think more logically and get more calm. Now, when you can really enjoy your life, you're not an emotional wreck, you're not frantic, running around everywhere or on a roller coaster every day. Now that you can really analyze and enjoy life for what it is, you can't because you're miserable. The devil will always give you what you want, but he will never let you enjoy it.
What does that feel like?
It's a weird counterintuitive feeling because I actually feel more beautiful now than I have ever felt before. I feel like I've come into my face. I've come into my body. I've really come into my sense of style. So it's weird to not be seen as much.
Now think about what she just said. She just said, I feel that I'm at my most beautiful. I feel that I'm at my most stylish. I've come into my face. My swag is on 1,000. My swag is on 1,000. And when I'm at my peak in my mind, no man wants me. That's torture. That is torture. She's not happy. That's torture. Imagine believing that you're at your best, and at your best, nobody wants you. That's torture. Like I said, she's miserable. But guess what? She took the bait.
It doesn't open you up to try anything, you know, and that, you know, when you're approaching intimacy with fear and you know, everything has to be so slow and so measured, it doesn't open you up to try anything, you know, and that's the gift of getting older with my sex life. I don't know if it's menopause or just my mind just finally breaking free.
I think it's that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just saying, let's try everything. We got like 10 more minutes on the planet. I don't want to fucking waste it. I don't know if
All these women do the same thing. They all reach this point and they become just sexually loose because in their mind, they've been told that the way to express their freedom, the way to express their womanhood, the way to truly break from the patriarchy is to use their body as how they see fit. And how they see fit is they're going to use their body like they think a man would, like they believe a man would. And so now at 55, she's not putting any parameters or guards or borders around her sex life. She's gonna do what she wants to do. She's gonna be for the streets at 55 as a last ditch effort. Now, you know, if she's saying this, she's going to be, because she talks about in this interview how she never approached a guy. I guarantee she starts approaching men now. I guarantee it. And I guarantee she approaches men and she presents sex very quickly. I guarantee it. Because she knows she doesn't have the marketplace value. So she has to make it worth his while. And it's sad that she has to reduce herself to that state just to get attention from a man, when this problem could have been solved. Ladies, you are not going to be happy in this life without fulfilling your purpose. I'm sorry. I don't care what women tell me. I don't care. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy unless you're in your purpose. And part of your purpose is you being a wife. Now, the machine is telling you don't have to be a wife. Society's saying you don't have to be a wife. You're telling yourself you don't have to be a wife. You need to be free from the patriarchy, free from a man. You need to be an independent woman, boss chick, all of that stuff. But you're going to be 55 like Cree Summer, and you're going to be miserable. Imagine you going out into the dating market at 55 and you're loose. Imagine being known around Los Angeles as the woman that anybody can sleep with. And then imagine them talking about you like, but nobody wants to sleep with her. Like it's just a terrible place to put yourself in. But part of her problem is she doesn't know Christ. She's not a believer. So what she's clinging on to is the world. And she's not going to make it. I'm sorry, she's not. She is already caught up in the liberal ideology, feminism, socialism, communism, globalism. She's just caught up in it all. As you can see, she's caught up in all of it. Black women in entertainment for Kamala. She's caught up in it all. She's all in it. I wish her the best, but many women are going to suffer her fate. They're going to hit the wall. But ladies, you don't have to hit the wall. You don't. You can be a good wife. You can have a happy life. You can have a great life. But you got to put God first. You got to put God first. And you got to sit down and be still. You got to put God first, go sit down somewhere and be still and get in that word. And I promise you, you're going to win. I've never seen a good woman forsaken. Every woman I talk to believes she's a good woman in this cap. You know you're a good woman, ladies? When a man says you're a good woman. That's how you know. Not a woman. When a man says you're a good woman, that's how you know. And more specifically, when a righteous man says it. When a righteous, God-fearing man says it, that's how you know that you're a good woman. But we're going to pray for Cree Summer. There was an article, and this article showed this picture, and it said she was hardly recognizable. Does she look happy? Does she look happy? Look at this. I'm not talking about the one. I'm just telling you, this is how you end up, ladies. When that essence of a woman is gone, that femininity, you become hard. You become something that we've never seen. This is Cree Summer, the vibrant, lovely Cree Summer. Look at her now. Sorry, y'all. This is a fate for a lot of women. So, ladies, if you're listening, go sit down somewhere and be still. I love y'all.